Let's go Niners fans! It all started with whispers, uncertainty, tension, and a void that no one seemed ready to fill. The San Francisco 49ers, a team known for its precision and powerful defense, now face one of the most precarious questions on their roster. Who will play alongside Fred Warner? It's not just about filling a spot on the field. It's about identity. It's about continuity. It's about trust. So let's break it down. But first, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel to stay informed. Right now, the linebacker position is raising more eyebrows than any other. With Dre Greenlaw out of the picture, the 49ers have found themselves searching the horizon for a steady force to complement Warner's command. D. Winters showed promise last season, enough to pique fans' curiosity but not enough to silence their doubts. Rookie Nick Martin brings elite speed to the equation, but he's inexperienced, far from a reliable presence in a high-stakes system like San Francisco's. Which brings us to a name fans may remember all too well, Eric Kendricks. Kendricks, once penciled in as a near certainty to replace Greenlaw, suddenly backed out last offseason to join the Dallas Cowboys. A reunion with former coach Mike Zimmer and the promise of a full-time role made the Cowboys more appealing. It's a move that might have made sense for Kendricks, but it left the 49ers scrambling. That sudden pivot pushed the team toward Devondre Campbell, a solid option, but clearly a backup plan. The sting from Kendrick's decision hasn't fully faded. Now, the whispers are growing louder again. Pro Football Network recently floated the idea, should the 49ers give Kendricks another shot? His 2024 campaign showed both promise and peril. On one hand, Kendricks was a machine against the run, 94 tackles, a career high, and a 25% tackle rate. That's elite production on early downs. But the flip side is concerning. Coverage was a liability. He's trending toward being a first and second down guy, not an every downfield general. In a system that demands versatility, that's a risk. Would the 49ers take that gamble again, especially after being burned once? Maybe not. The organization felt the impact of Kendrick's change of heart. And unless defensive coordinator Robert Saleh pushes for him, a reunion looks unlikely. Still, the fact that this is even being discussed speaks volumes about the current linebacker situation. The 49ers are not comfortable. And the fans feel it. Meanwhile, another familiar name is circulating in trade rumors, wide receiver Kendrick Bourne. It's been 5 years since Bourne wore the red and gold, but his bond with Kyle Shanahan and the locker room left a mark. Now, with Bourne's role in New England uncertain, some think a reunion makes sense. Bourne is recovering from a torn ACL, turns 30 in August, and has seen his production dip since his 800-yard season in 2021. Yet, for all the nostalgia and locker room chemistry, the 49ers have zero reason to entertain this trade. They don't need another receiver. What they need is development: Ricky Pearsall, Jacob Cowing, Jordan Watkins. These are the names that should be getting reps, building chemistry with Brock Purdy, and preparing for the big stage. Adding a veteran like Bourne might feel safe, but it's counterproductive. It clogs the path of growth for young talent. And in the long run, that hurts more than it helps. Veteran placeholders are tempting. But they rarely solve problems, they delay solutions. The 49ers know this. That's why fans shouldn't expect a trade for Bourne to materialize. Shanahan and his staff are being paid to develop talent, not chase comfort. But speaking of comfort, nothing brings peace to the faithful quite like seeing Trent Williams back in the building. After missing the start of OTAs and the final 7 games of 2024 due to an ankle injury, questions began to swirl. Was this the beginning of the end? Was something wrong behind the scenes? Then, on June 3rd, beat writer Vic Tafur reported the news every 49ers fan had been waiting for. Trent Williams was back, healthy, and ready. Williams' return is more than symbolic. It's foundational. Since joining the 49ers in 2020, he's been a Pro Bowl fixture, anchoring the left side of the line and elevating the offense. His absence last season was felt in every snap. Now entering his 15th NFL season, and with just 2 years left on his deal, every moment with Williams matters. He's not just another lineman. He's a likely Hall of Famer. And while Ray Brown once played until 43, and Andrew Whitworth retired at 40, Williams is 36 with 2 seasons left before free agency. Whether he resigns, retires, or seeks a new home, fans should cherish these next 2 seasons. He's still elite. Still dominant. And, for now, still a 49er. Now, I want to hear from you, the faithful. Do you think the 49ers should consider signing Eric Kendricks after he turned them down last year? And what about Kendrick Bourne? Should the nostalgia factor weigh more than the need for youth development at wide receiver? Drop your thoughts in the comments. While the roster questions dominate conversations, the front office isn't standing still. Just days into OTAs, the San Francisco 49ers made a surprising move, waiving veteran offensive lineman Nicholas Petitfrere, who had only been signed a few weeks earlier on May 9th. For fans tracking every roster shift, this was more than just another name on the transaction list. It hinted at a larger theme. This team is willing to make swift decisions if performance doesn't meet expectations. Petitfrere came with experience, 15 games and 10 starts last year with the Tennessee Titans. But a deeper dive into the numbers tells the full story. According to Pro Football Focus, Petitfrere posted a dismal 42.8 pass blocking grade, ranking 123rd out of 140 tackles. He allowed 10 sacks and committed 10 penalties, placing him near the bottom of the league in critical areas. His run blocking wasn't much better, with a 55.9 grade that showed limited impact. Add a 6-game suspension for violating the league's gambling policy and a stint on injured reserve after Week 6, and it's clear the 49ers saw enough. This cut wasn't just about stats, it was about message. San Francisco is signaling to the locker room, you either elevate this team, or you're out. With Petitfrere gone, the only backup to right tackle Colton McKivitz is Austin Pleasance. It's a thin margin, but it shows the coaching staff's trust in their process. The battle for depth is real, and every player on the 90-man roster is under the microscope. But amidst the revolving door of signings and releases, the 49ers are doubling down on their future. Players like Ricky Pearsall, Jacob Cowing, and Jordan Watkins aren't just names, they're investments. They're the guys Brock Purdy needs to build timing with, develop trust with, and grow alongside. The moment the team starts chasing veterans to patch holes, that development gets delayed. And for a team knocking on the door of a Super Bowl, that's not a risk they can afford. This balance between experience and growth is where the 49ers will win or lose the 2025 season. They have the leadership, Trent Williams, Fred Warner, Christian McCaffrey. They have the coaching. What remains is whether the young players can rise fast enough to meet the standard. Whether the front office resists the urge to react to every headline and instead commits to its blueprint. Every OTA, every cut, every rumor, it's all part of a larger story that's being written in real time. And if you're a 49ers fan, now is the time to get ready. Because these months will shape the team that takes the field in September. Now it's your turn. What do you think of Nicholas Petitfrere's release? Was it too soon or exactly the kind of urgency this team needs to maintain its high standards? Let us know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Go Niners!